we want them to have housing. And I'm uncomfortable a little bit with this one because we're almost saying hard cheese, you can't live where you want to. But it's not big enough to. This is what I'm happy with. I'm going with. I'm just making this as an observation. It seems quite a neat little situation where it would leave us with something to think about for the future.
I think in this particular, try and keep it very brief. Yes, dynamics of things have changed, and obviously there is a certain commitment and pressure to want to retain rural settlements and keep people, you know, living in the villages and keeping them alive and keeping the schools alive. Having said that, at this stage, I'm fairly confident that all of the other local plans in all the other North Yorkshire authorities have very, very similar proposals, policies to protect countryside. It won't be Craven who will ultimately review the local plan. I mean, we're still working on a review, but there's certainly no way that it's going to be reviewed before reorganisation in 2023. But for consistency level, that may be something that the new authority may take up. It may be something that other districts that exist at the moment will contribute to. But things do change, and what becomes the new North Yorkshire local plan, whenever that happens, I hope it doesn't take 8 years as it took us to get to the point of a local plan, but that may well be the thing, but that's not where we're at the moment. We're determining the application on the basis of the current local plan. Thank you.
Sorry, I do take your point totally. It just occurred to me that this was an interesting situation, giving us plenty to think about, and, you know, the 2 points, keeping people here and providing accommodation as in principle, important. But sadly, in this case, it doesn't quite match. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm just going to have a little say then. Okay. We just need to have a vote to say that we can go beyond 3 hours. It's not going to be long. Okay, so that's okay. Is that yeah? I feel very sad in this case that I think we all want to see that local families stay within the local community, and it just beggars belief. I know it's a 3-bedroomed house, a big 3-bedroomed house, but we're building 2 3-bedroomed houses. Oh no, Craven District Council were going to build 2 3-bedroomed houses, or there was a proposal earlier for some 3-bedroomed affordable houses. So some affordable houses are 3-bedroomed, and especially these days, you know, if you've got 2 different sexes of children, then even if you've only got 2 children, you need 3 bedrooms. So 3 bedrooms isn't out of the really isn't out of the ordinary for an affordable house. And in a way, these would be affordable houses because the land belongs to the parents. And if we were building affordable houses there, if this was Craven District Council, for example, building 2 affordable houses there, yeah, we would be saying that's great because it allows the people to keep within within the community that they were born in, and it helps to keep the community alive. It's just, it just seems to be a really strange quirk that of the planning policy that we can't allow it, and I think we all feel the same about this, a degree of frustration that here is an opportunity to have 2 affordable houses in the countryside, but they just don't happen to be built and owned by a housing association. So,
Chairman,
yeah.
if I can just come back on that. The only reason why you're referring to it as an affordable house is because the land isn't costing anything. It's not an affordable house. if you granted the permission on the basis of it being an affordable house, you're not granting an affordable house, you're granting effectively an open market house with no controls over it, and the applicant could ultimately get this planning permission, say, thanks very much, Craven, I'm selling the land. And it becomes an open market house. It is nothing more than an open market house. And I take your point about it being affordable. It may be affordable because simply they own the land and it's not costing them the building plot. But in reality, you would be granting outline permission for an open market house. And I'll come back to the point that I've made. I would strongly recommend refusing the application.
Okay, thank you. So, oh, Councillor Heseltine, I was just going to go to the vote. After you, I'm going to the vote.
When we debated this last month, we were so hopeful that we'd be able to find a solution that reasonably fit the planning criteria. And I think everyone's tried to achieve that, but been unable to do so. I find the site itself exceptionally untidy. I'm no horsey person to start with, but the land's ploughed up, the white tapes instead of fences, and it is open countryside as you look out. Magnificent view, looking towards Yorkshire, of course. But it has been said in this debate that a 3-4 bedroomed house wouldn't be suitable for a rural worker, an agricultural worker. Well, even agricultural workers are entitled to a reasonable sized family, and if they want to have 4 or 5 kids, then so be it. And it would help actually keeping the local school open if they all had 4 or 5 kids. So let's be a bit more generous on that, please. Please. They should have the same rights as everyone else.
Can I just say I was not implying anything of that nature. I read the report as being a 4-bedroomed house because it states twice in the report that it's 4-bedroomed. It isn't, it's 3-bedroomed. I've made no reference to that since. Thank you.
Oh, Madam Chairman, that there are circumstances in the near future where criteria could be reasonably satisfied. Maybe not for 2 houses, but 1. Thank you. And I can't support it and I can't vote against it either.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm going to the vote now. So all those in favour, it's been proposed, officer's recommendation of refusal has been proposed by Councillor Brown and seconded by Councillor Pringle. So all those in favour of officer's recommendation of refusal, please raise your hands. Okay. Oh, that's 2 less, so that's 8. All those against refusal, please raise your hands. All those abstaining, please raise your hands. That's 2. Okay. Okay, in that case, officer's recommendation of refusal is carried. Next item on the agenda is any other items. It's just to mention about the table that we've been given on new cases and enforcements, and for members to note that date and time of the next meeting is Monday the 24th of January. But also, I'd like to wish all members a Merry Christmas, and I'd also like to say a Happy New Year and see you in 2022. And thank you to Piers as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, members. I'm very sorry I couldn't be there in person today, but a happy Christmas and a happy New Year to you all.
Thank you.